Okay, doing another video playback here for Teamfight Tactics. We're on set 15.2 patch, I think D patch, it's like 15.2D. There's been a lot of balance patches in set 15, so we're on the D patch here. It's a double up game that I played with Rienzo, and I thought it was kind of an interesting one, so we'll go ahead and do a replay of it. It is a trainer Golems game, which of course forces you to play what you get. You can't really deviate, and in this case I have Prodigy, Wraith, so I'm like, okay, it looks like a Malzahar game. Protector links in Cassante, should be pretty straightforward. Rienzo he has a pretty hard one. He has like heavyweight, Battle Academia, and Sorcerer, so there's like the heavyweight Battle Academia with Jace, but not much else. So I want to play Malzahar here, as I'm like, okay, I could play Heroic Grab Bag, could play Pyromaniac. Both of those seem like acceptable augments for Malzahar. Of course, I don't have any Malzahar yet, so I'm just sort of playing strongest board at the moment. Got some heavyweight front line, got some Prodigy back line. Putting my fruit on my most powerful unit to take stand alone, gives him extra health if he's on his own row, so that's what I have going on here. If you're doing standalone, it's always good to play Guardian Angel, or Guardian Stoneblade rather. Gargoyle Stoneblade, that's what it's called. Okay, so here I'm like, okay, I got my turn one figured out. What do I want to send over here to Rienzo? I'm like looking at his column. I'm like, heavyweight, sorcerer, battle academia. It's like it takes us a little while to figure out what exactly. Obviously, there's like the Jace Caitlyn reroll, which is sort of like the easiest thing I think for him to play. Unfortunately, Battle Academia tends to overlap with Prodigies, which is what I'm playing. So it's not the best. Doesn't end up being the best thing for our team, but what else are you going to do? I mean, it's Trainer Golems. You can really only play what you get. You could try to play Sorcerers, but I think he said I think he scouted and said there were some other people that were playing Sorcerers already. So yeah, I'm just trying to make strongest board for now. Obviously, I want to get Malzahar in at some point, but I don't have Malzahar. Happen to get a 2-star KO. I was like, oh, these items should be fine on KO. I mean, it's better than a 1-star Syndra. Obviously, I have 3 Wraith in, which is not ideal, but I'm just trying to make econ here. Hopefully, I can get 1 gold from winning. Yep, this board looks pretty weak. They have double gold or trainers. He took the Wandering Trainer Totem, and he also had the Golem. I don't see if there's much overlap there. He had like a Edgelord or something on his dummy before it died, but yeah. Rizzo's board is pretty strong. He got an early Darius, and he has like heavyweight emblem, so he's like just playing some heavyweights at the moment. Still haven't used my send yet. We try to, in double, we always try to use our sends usually like as quick as they're on cooldown, if possible, but in this case, like there really wasn't. He didn't really know exactly what direction he was going, and there's a lot of overlap between our two boards. Like I'm playing the Rakan right now for Protector off my Golem, so it's like, unless there's like a real reason that he actually wants the unit, like I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna play it on my board for now. Let me know. I think I offered to send the Kabuko as well, which unfortunately I'm also playing. Like he has the heavyweight on his Golem, so like he probably should want the heavyweight frontline early on, and Kabuko's the mentor you want for that. But again, it's like, it happens to be my strongest board on my comp, so like, I'm hesitant to send it unless he really, really wants it. So we just end up not using our sends very well here, unfortunately. I get reinforced on. I think my board is good, but I got reinforced on, which happens to double up a lot. Alright, it's first carousel. I'm just looking for Malzahar items. Could be any of the AP items, really. Could also make frontline. Not super picky. See what I ended up taking. I think I was kind of like undecided on what I wanted. Oh, I remember like Renzo, he took the augment where you don't get to pick on the carousel. That's why he never got to pick. So I was like, should I take the sword and trade it to you? Because I can't use swords, but I guess I could have made a gunblade. But like he's like, oh, I really need a sword. So I was like waiting for him to take it, but I'm like, oh wait, you can't take it because you can't go off the carousel. I should have just taken it and sent it to him. Like you can trade items and double ups, right? So that's what I should have done, but I ran out of time. We were talking in chat, in voice chat, so I just ran out of time. Again, there's some overlap here. Like I kind of want to play protectors. I have protectors on my dummy, but he really needs like some Battle Academia stuff early game. So I just go ahead and send him the Rakan that I had been playing on my board. I was able to get a 4 Wraith in with the Jhin, so like I think this is my current strongest board. Zac, Kabuko, Jhin, and Kale. Again, I don't have my Prodigy stuff going on yet. Like there are other ways to play Wraith. Like I shouldn't have been like necessarily locked into playing Malzahar, but I did have the Prodigy emblem, so it's like, and I had good items to make farm early game. The Void Staff and another Rod. I could have put Gale from the spot probably. It would have been a fine, probably could have ended up being a fine Gale game. I could have made Rage Blade instead of Void Staff. And then I could have played Cassante and Kale and stuff and just ignored the Prodigy emblem. Or just played 2 Prodigy, like Malzahar plus the emblem. It was definitely an option. But I've already leveled, I think, at this point. I guess I haven't leveled. I'm only 2 ticks into level 4. I guess I'm still going to be playing Gale. I didn't want to play Gale though. Probably would have been better if I had, but I didn't want to. And there's more Kales, yeah. Like Renzo has some Kales too. He's like, oh, should I send you more Kales? I'm like, no, I don't want more Kales. I think I can't remember if I saw if there was anyone in this game that was playing Kale or not. But I just didn't feel like playing Kale. And my trainer Golem has Prodigy on it, like I said, so. Alright, so what else we got going on in this game? We're at end of stage 2, kind of mid-streak. I did lose one. I think actually the only round I lost was against the really fast reinforcements. So my board actually was very strong. Stage 2. And again, I could have made another Rage Blade. Like I had perfect Kale items. Kind of funny. I sent the Caitlyn over to Renzo because he's going to try to play the Jace reroll. Jace Caitlyn, which makes sense with heavyweight Battle Academia on his Golem. But he's a long way off from that. He didn't have like items for it either. He said he didn't have a lot of swords. Unfortunately, the second bow that I have here, or the third bow really, because I already made 2 of them into the red bow. Although I guess that was from the augment, not. Actually, I have the bow and the void staff as well. So technically, there's 3 bows in my current item setup. I really can't use a 4th bow. So I'm just like, hey Renzo, you want a bow for any reason? He's like, no, not really. I'm like, okay, well, at some point I can do something with this bow, but yeah, it's gonna sit on the bench for quite a while. But yeah, like I said, long term, I'm just trying to play Malzahar reroll. Of course, I don't have any Malzahars yet, so it's hard to play Malzahar reroll without any Malzahars. Putting Renzo units in my planner. Get offered a Heroic Grab Bag again. I thought you couldn't get offered the same augment. I guess it's Heroic Grab Bag Plus. That's why I'm able to see it, because I did see Heroic Grab Bag on stage 2. So that's actually kind of interesting. This time I'm thinking like it could either be a frontline item, healing orbs, or the grab bag. Renzo said he had a Malzahar to send me, so I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna take grab bag. I've played Wraith a number of times, and usually the problem I've found with Wraith is that obviously 3-star Malzahar is strong, but getting like your board isn't stable if you're playing heavy Wraith. And until you hit like the 3-star Malzahar or the 2-star Varus, right? Like, or if you're playing like a Kale or a Jhin variant, like there's different variants, right? But you have to like commit to one of them. You can't like just be halfway in between like playing 2 stars and like vertical Wraith. Like, it's just not strong enough. So what I decided to do, rather than like greeting the heroic duplicate, not heroic duplicator, or grab bag duplicators for the eventual 3-star Malzahar, which is the optimal play for like the late game. I decided to just double duplicate the 1 Malzahar that Renzo sent me, because in my mind, like, this is a tempo comp. Like, it doesn't, you can't survive to cap out Wraith very well unless you can like make it to the late game. So like, my thought was that just getting the 2-star Malzahar now makes us strong enough that we'll be able to at least get second, probably. And like I've tried playing Wraith different ways, and like I said, the power trough before you get to like a 3-star Malzahar or a 3-star Jhin or a 2-star Varus is usually like, you usually lose so much HP trying to get there. Like Wraith as a trait is good, but it's not good unless your board is strong. Like it's kind of a win-more trait. Like when your board is strong and doing lots of damage and tanky, it has a good effect. Like it deals magic damage based on how much damage your Wraith units are doing, and then it also heals your lowest health Wraith unit. So if your board isn't doing a lot of damage, like you can't hit their tanks or whatever, like the trait is almost useless. So like you have to have a strong board. Like playing a greedy, like weak board in Wraith and then hoping you'll, spike later has never worked out well for me. So that's why I use my duplicators right away. All right, so there's a Cassante on the carousel here. I would like, okay, yeah, I'll definitely. I was trying to decide exactly what items I wanted. I'm like, okay, well, there's just a Cassante. I'll just take that. But I was a little indecisive. I almost missed that. The other guy was going right for it. I could have just gone straight for it, but I was still thinking. Obviously, Cassante is the unit that I want because I have Protector and Wraith. And again, I'm just like, I'm not going to try to play 6 Wraith. Like I said, I've tried mid-streak vertical Wraith before, and it hasn't worked out for me. I'm just going to focus on Prodigies. I think it's most, like I said, I think it's most important to focus on one of your backliners and just like build a comp around their secondary trait. It's like if you're rerolling Jhin, you want to get Jhin 3-star and a sniper. If you're playing Kayle, you want to get Kayle 3-star and then get to level 9. But if you're playing Malzahar, I think you really want the 5 Prodigy. So like that's where the Malzahar board shines, is having 5 Prodigy. So I'm not as worried about like trying to get 6 Wraith or whatever at this point, even though. So I just sold the Zac 2 that I had there. Certainly could play 6 Wraith, and like maybe that's how I will cap out at level 9 or something, but like my first goal is to get 5 Prodigy. Like I found that with a Prodigy board, that's the spike you're looking for, on level 8, is getting the 5 Prodigy. You need one of your Prodigies itemized, in this case it's the Malzahar, but you really do need the 5 piece. Over here I come over to reinforce Renzo's board. Even though Malzahar died, his dot was still on that Nico, and the dot killed him, which I thought was kind of funny. Alright, so gift around here. I sent him a random component. Got more Caitlyn's. Again, he's playing Caitlyn Jace reroll. Go ahead and look at one of these here. Super Genius is pretty good for Prodigies because it gives you ability power, which is one thing they kind of need, especially when you have Jewel Gauntlet. I don't have like a Void Staff or anything, so getting the AP, the raw AP there makes a lot of sense. Frontline's not great. 1-star. 1-star Cassante, 1-star Malphite. Not the best looking front line right now. I just sold my Zac 2, who had been my early game carry. I go ahead and throw the Janna and the Ezreal up a little higher just in case. Because like I said, my front line's so bad, I just want like anybody who's not Malzahar to take aggro before Malzahar. A lot of 1-stars on my board. Yeah, the goal here is just to get to 8 and play 5 Prodigy. Like that's my #1 priority here. Get to 8, play 5 Prodigy. It's really, you can, like I said, if you're rolling for Malzahar, in theory you could roll on 7, and I think there's like a Rammus Malzahar build that does that. But because this is trainer golems, it's really more about trait synergy than it is playing like a Rammus that has no traits. So that's not the angle I'm going this game. I'm just trying to go to 8 and find a Yuumi or a Seraphim. It honestly doesn't matter. I mean, Yuumi is such a strong carry that you really do want Yuumi if you're playing 5 Prodigy, because like a 2-star Yuumi is basically your main damage source, unless you happen to have a 3-star Malzahar already. But like 2-star Yuumi is very strong this patch on 5 Prodigy. So that's my main goal: get to 8, get a Yuumi, just flush out the rest of these upgrades. I could either play 6 Protector. Actually, can I play 6 Protector and 5 Prodigy? I'm not 100% sure. Well, here's my first roll down on 8. I actually have quite a bit of gold. I'm rolling. I had like 30 or 40 gold to roll here. Just trying to, like I said, I'm just looking for 1 Yuumi or 1 Seraphine. Not finding what I'm looking for, unfortunately. 5 Protector, 4 Prodigy, 4 Wraith. Not exactly the board I was looking for. But it's strong enough. I mean, like, I have Cassante with 3 items. I have Malzahar 2 with 3 items. It's not like it's a weak board. It's just, again, Prodigies really want the 5 Prodigy. That's where the spike's at. One loss of my bench. Again, this happens in double up. Like, Renzo wasn't exactly sure what units he would need. He's also rolling. So I'm holding a bunch of different things. Depending on what he hits, I can send him whatever he needs left over. There's a vertical Wraith thing. I'm not playing a bunch of 5 Cause. I already made Jewel Gauntlet. I'm like, oh, Cassante was playing Cloning Facility. I think Cassante is a really good unit for Cloning Facility because he has like 2 lives and you get 2 versions of him with the clone. And he sends me a Cassante too, which is perfect, because now I have the cloning facility makes even more sense. Again, I'm not hitting my Prodigy units. I'm like, where is the Yuumi? I just rolled like 50 gold or something at this point. I'm like, where is the Yuumi? I was also seeing like, should I have 6 Protector in at this point? But it's like, I don't really have the option to play 6 Protector if I'm also playing 5 Wraith and or 4 Wraith and 5 Prodigy. But I was at least thinking about it, like if I saw Nico or something, maybe I'd play 6 Protector for a little while, at least until I get the Yuumi. Yeah, I put it in my team plan, just in case, just as like a fallback option. It's not my primary game plan, but... Or I could take out, what I could do is take out 2 Wraith. Can I take out 2 Wraith actually? I guess I can't really, I can only take out 1. I can only take out the Jhin really. Yeah, there's really no way for me to play 2 Wraiths, because it's on my dummy, right? Then I can't take the dummy out. Got to come over there and reinforce Renzo's board. Like I said, my board is fine. The 2-star Cassante helps out a lot for sure. I'm like, I don't really need more Cassantes, but like, what I really need is Yuumi. I think Renzo hits either the Jace or the Caitlyn this round, so he tells me to sell one of them, I think. Let's see what he hits here. Yeah, he just hit the Jace. You can see on the right-hand side there, his Jace is leveling up. Although I think his Jace is only 2-star. The other thing I didn't hit, by the way, is Malphites. Or sorry, not Malphite, Malzahars. I rolled all that 50, 60 gold or whatever on level 8. I really didn't get very many Malzahars. But I do have this lesser duplicator, so I'm like, okay, well, just... Eventually I'll hit it, right? Eventually. And like I said, the fights are going fine. I get reinforced on here, but, you know... I think I would have won if I hadn't got reinforced on. And it's actually not even that bad of a fight. Like, Cassante has a second life, and the Malzahar dot's actually cleaned up there, so I'm like, yeah. I mean, it doesn't cost me econ. I'm at 4 gold. I'm at 0 gold, so like, I mean, let's just hold it for now. So tier on a Cassante. Like, I don't really need more items. Like, I already have my frontline items and my backline items. And now I'm like secondary carry items. I'm like, okay, for Yuumi, basically, I'm looking for Yuumi items. Again, I still have this bow that I talked about earlier that I have like absolutely 0 use for. Could make a Giant Slayer, I suppose. It's like really the only thing potentially. I'm like, well, I definitely don't need another red buff, and I don't want Rage Blade on Yuumi, so I'll just take the tier. I mean, I'll just take the Cassante. I'm like, oh, I mean, it gives me, you know, 5 Cassantes. Okay, so yeah, I sent him the Caitlyn. I think that gets him Caitlyn 3-star. Yeah, he just hit 3-star Caitlyn. I'm like, well, another Cassante. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, do you really need this Chase, Renzo? He's like, nah, not really. I think I hit it or something. I think he told me he didn't need the Chase. I'm like, well, if you don't need it, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I can't make another Void Staff, because I already have a Void Staff. This tier is just waiting until the next component drops. Here's the other KL player. Yeah, so there was a KL player. So that was... Maybe that influenced my decision to play KL. I'm not sure if I scattered him or not. But I'm glad that I didn't play KL reroll, since this guy's already contesting it. Another reinforce on this Protector Yuumi, or not Protector, the Nico carry argument has been surprisingly strong in double up whenever I've seen it in the past week. He just came over there and reinforced against me. I'm like, what? Another Cassante? I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. 7 Cassante. I think at this point I told Renzo, like, don't send me anything else. Like, all I really want at this point is Cassante. Like, obviously I want Yuumi. But he actually wants Yuumi as well, because he's playing Battle Academia. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm this close already. Like, we should really just prioritize getting this Cassante. I think is what I was saying on voice chat. Or maybe I said it the next round or something. I don't know. At some point I told Renzo I only care about Cassante. I'm so far from Malzahar. Well, I'm not so. I'm like 3 off Malzahar. And counting the duplicator. He's strong now that he got the 3-star Caitlyn, so he's actually reinforcing, although I didn't need his help for that round. But it's good that, I'm like, another Cassante? I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, where's the Yuumi? I rolled like, at this point, probably 70 gold, 80 gold on level 8. I haven't seen any Yuumis. I'm like, what? Aura Seraphim? My whole goal was to get, I got leveled to 8 on 4-1. Like, I rolled like, on 4-1 I rolled like maybe 30 or 40 gold. I'm trying to find the 1 Yuumi. Like, that was my goal, find 1 Yuumi. And to this day I have not hit, and again I'm like, okay, well, 3-star Cassante. Still haven't seen a single Yuumi. I'm like, Renzo's like, well, I need Yuumi eventually, but if you need it more right now, I'll just send it to you. I'm like, yeah, I just need 5 Prodigy. I think I sent him the Leona. Yeah. People ping my board. It's like, yeah, it's a little early. Okay, I'm like, items. Okay, I need to make Yuumi items. Let's see. I have absolutely no other use for this. Out of these options, like I really... Yeah, these are not great options. If I needed another tank, obviously I could make tank items, but I already have Cassante 3. Like, I really don't need more tank items. And the Adaptive Helm is actually a good mana item on Prodigy. Normally you don't really need mana items on Prodigy because they already have like so much mana regen, but the Adaptive Helm specifically gives you mana regen. It amplifies your existing mana regen. So it actually is pretty good on Prodigy just because it amplifies their built-in Prodigy regen. So like out of those options I had, like I think Adaptive Helm was really the only reasonable item to make. Alright, so now I have Yuumi. Like I said, Yumi's a very good carry in the Prodigy board, so even though she's only 1 star, definitely going to go ahead and itemize her. And we had a random artifact. It was a weird option here. This double up gift round. We had the option of an artifact anvil, a support anvil, a 30 gold, or like some 5 cost or something, or maybe it was I forget what the other option. There's actually another option. Anyways, I didn't even think support items were still in the game, but like there's actually one of the options they support item anvil. I was like, I mean, I always take artifacts and double up just because like they're the most fun. But like in retrospect, I think I should have taken the support anvil because like I'm surely the support anvil could have buffed my Cassante in some way. But again, 3-star Cassante in a cloning facility. So since I have 2 3-star Cassantes, obviously these fights are going to be a cakewalk for the moment. The only question is how good is 3-star Cassante? It's an interesting thing this set in that the 3-star 4 costs are actually not very good. Like there are a few of them that are very good. I think actually Yuumi might be one of the better ones because her true damage just cleans up boards so quickly. Oh yeah, here it is. It was a masterwork upgrade, so I have the same options when I do the gift round for Renzo. Like I didn't even think support items were still in the game. I'm surprised support anvil was even an option. In retrospect, I probably should have taken the support anvil, but again, I wasn't even thinking support items were still a thing anymore. I got a minor upgrade here, get a Varus instead of the Jhin. It's just give me 4 Wraith. Again, I don't know, like, I could take out the Jhin and play more Protectors. If I leveled to 9, I could play 6 Protectors, probably. Which is definitely an option. But I already have 3-star Cassante. Like, does he really need, does like the difference between 4 and 6% on it, who's already 3-star, does that really matter? Like, I think he's pretty tanky enough. Realistically, like, if you did get a 3-star Cassante, like, you probably want to make him the all-out version, because, like, in watching these fights here, like, the 3-star Cassante is very tanky, but, like, he doesn't really, like, dramatically change the tempo of the fights. Like, he just allows the Prodigies to do what damage they would normally do if you had a regular front line. So, like, if I had, like, AD items, like, you know, Infinity Edge, you know, Bloodthirster, that kind of stuff, I could make the all-out attack fighter version of Cassante 3, and then maybe it would actually be like more impressive, but I only have tank items, so it's not really an option in this game. I mean, he still goes all out anyway, like when he dies the first time, so he will get to benefit from being all out 3-star in the second part of his life. So again, I think like it was a huge breather when I hit the 3-star Cassante. Like I was rolling to 0 basically every round, just trying to find one Yuumi, which I never did do. The only Yuumi I have so far is the one that Renzo sent me. That he actually wanted to play, but he graciously sent it to me instead because I needed it more. Still have the Janna just randomly in the front line because she's 4 protector. Yeah, this 3-star Cassante, like I said, he's very, very tanky. That's about all he does. I wonder, actually I'm curious looking back at this, I wonder if the Yuumi 1 or the Malzahar is doing more damage. Let's see. That's Yuumi 1. I mean, she does have Mana Zane. Yeah, Yumi's just so strong right now, especially in 5 Prodigy, that
I love a challenge.
Doesn't surprise me that she's doing more damage. I wonder if the Mana Zane regen interacts with the Adaptive Helm in any way. Never thought about that. Because Mana Zane gives you mana after your first cast, and Adaptive Helm amplifies how much mana you get. I wonder if it amplifies the Mana Zane. Probably not. Interesting thought experiment though. Alright, I still have this Lesser Duplicator. I still have not hit I think I had these 2 Malzahars on my bench on 4-1, and I still have 2 Malzahars on my bench. So my luck at hitting Yuumi and Malzahar this game were not very good. In fact, the only reason I have a 2-star Malzahar is because I duped him at the beginning of the game, when I first got him right away. But yeah, I mean, obviously 3-star Xante. The only question is, how do I best cap out? So we scouted their boards. They were going for Samira and Ashe 3-star. So I think I started holding Samira's. There were some other players going for other 4-costs, but they have died at this point. Renzo sends me another Malzahar, so I'm 1 off. Or actually, I'm 2 off still. So I could either level and play 6 Protector or 6 Wraith, I guess. I have to cut down to 3 Protector. It's like kind of a weird trait synergy. Like, there wasn't really anything compelling me to go to 9. I'm just like, oh, let's just hit the Malzahar first, and then we'll figure out. Plus, I wanted to deny the other team hitting their 4-costs. And I also, oh yeah, I also need to still hit Yuumi. I think I sent this Renzo. I'm like, Renzo, do you want a random Braum? He's like, ah, you sure? I'm like, okay, sure, random Braum. He wants Yuumi, but like I can't send him Yuumi because I'm playing Yuumi. Devil up, you always run out of time because you're like talking about your teammates, trying to figure everything out. So I ran out of time there, but I don't know what that thing was about. Yeah, I still want the 2-star Yuumi. I still want the 3-star Malzahar. There's really no reason to go to 9. So I just keep rolling. I'm denying them their Samiras and their Ashes. I'm just trying to roll from my back line. Actually, my Cassandra almost died there, surprisingly. Well, he almost died his first life. I mean, he has 2 lives. There's the Malzahar finally, thank God. 6-2, finally hit my Malzahar, just right on time. I think I tell Renzo don't send anything, don't hold anything more. We're not gonna get any more sends. Yeah, he pinged me that I'm holding their 4-costs. That's why he's pinging. I'm like, well, that's what you do in ranked play. You hold the enemy's board when you're down to the last few teams. I give him a preemptive GG. They already said GG to us, so I didn't feel bad about it. Although I hadn't actually won yet, so I was a little concerned. But I looked at his board, I'm like, there's no way. Like, I'm definitely going to kill this board. He would have to get reinforced on really quickly, which actually his partner was coming over right at the very end there. But yeah, that was a fun game. 3-star Cassante, very few Yuumis found, very few Malzahars found, but we made it work. Good game.